Morning, gamer. It is Tuesday, December 1st, 2020. Thanks for being with us on Gaming Morning Show. We are with you for Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and a Gaming Morning Show.tv just past 6 o'clock West Coast time. 3 hours this morning. We're going to hang out with you for quite some time. It's going to go 6 o'clock, and then we'll probably be with you in the 7 o'clock hour. Then we'll probably hang out with you in the 8 o'clock hour, too, because why not? We have nothing to lose. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm super excited for it. And we're super excited that Sean's on the other side of the screen because he is the best human being on the planet. I appreciate you so much because yesterday you came over and kept myself from, electrocuting myself over and over and over and over.
We try it anyway.
Well,
still some work to do.
Yeah, there's still something. There's some problem somewhere in this Studio G, but man, I felt like that. I think there was like a Simpsons episode where Homer kept walking up to something and be like, "Ow, ow, ow, ow," and it was not feeling good. I still am pretty sure that I feel it in my fingers, but
yeah,
could be just like placebo. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. The opposite of placebo is nocebo, which is because a placebo is like I give you a pill and I tell you this is good for you and then you feel better. Nocebo is I give you a pill and I'm like, this is poison, you're gonna feel sick, and then you feel sick even if it's fake.
So I'm noceboing now?
It's a nocebo effect.
Whatever it was not. I was not having fun. So, not a big fan at all. But you know what? We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure out what the problem is, and eventually we're gonna fix it. So.
Yeah. That plug outside is sus, so we'll start there.
Okay, all right. I like how that was the last thing we found, too. So we went through the whole garage. We went through the whole bedroom, 2 bedrooms, I should say, and the bathroom. And we get all done, and it's like, man, this thing is just absolutely brutal. Morning bad. And finally, we get done with the last thing, and my wife looks at me and goes, hey, do you remember how the one outside was also giving us problems? Remember it shorted out the whole, circuit in our bathroom? And I was like, no, I don't remember that. And so we go out there and you're like, this seems suspicious. So, we are excited for the next 3 hours with you. We got This Day in Gaming History. We got birthdays coming up. So if you have a birthday to celebrate, please let us know in the chat. Are you up for a name of the month?
Oh, yeah.
I'm
ready.
Then it is December 1st, so it is name of the month time, and we're totally going to do that. And Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News. We are, Vad. Yes, I do remember you. We are here to hang out with you for the next 3 hours doing Gaming Morning Show. He is Sean. I am Ryan. We're on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and a Gaming Morning Show.tv. Big thanks to Thomas Hawk for following on Facebook Gaming. And Birdman, thank you for following us on Twitch. You can find us on any of those 3, including YouTube, and then, of course, at GamingMorningShow.tv. Last night, electrocuting myself, but we did have a chance to try our first beer advent calendar.
Mm-hmm.
Verdict?
They were beer, and I love beer.
I am a big fan of beer.
The first one, you cracked it open, poured half of it in a glass, and it smelled amazing. Tasted okay, but it smelled amazing. Second one was better. It was an IPA. We like all of the Fort George beers, though, so it doesn't surprise me that we liked that one. It wasn't my favorite Fort George one, but it was still pretty good.
I think that is very well said. We were excited for Sandy Paws, which was the very first one. I said Santa Paws, was not Sandy Paws. Crack it open, aroma on point, right?
Mm-hmm,
and then we threw it in the glass, and it's like it didn't meet up. It didn't meet what we had hoped, and it was unfortunate. Do you have today's beer ready to go? All right,
I sure do.
Reveal that at the end of the show. I think that's a good birthdays, a good birthday segment thing.
Yeah,
so
we could throw it in there.
We're not the most daring, honestly. This is more of your morning radio show that plays games. So we appreciate you being with us wherever you may be. He is Sean. I am Ryan. Let's talk about some of the things we got going on. There's going to be a very, very good race car driver missing possibly his first race ever. We'll tell you about that. It is December 1st, and as earlier reported, on the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News, as well as many other places. The December 2020 PlayStation Plus games are now available to download, so we'll reiterate what those are. And the Game Fanatics have a Godfall review. Godfall on your radar at all?
No.
What is that about? Do you remember off the top of your head? Because this one says
No.
it's like a looter slasher type thing, so
Yeah.
not quite sure. I also am wondering if you've ever watched this HBO series that I'll talk about, because it has done very well outside the U.S. So we'll talk about that coming up on the show. It is National Day of Giving, or otherwise known as Giving Tuesday. Bifocals at the Monitor Liberation Day. Day Without Art. National Eat a Red Apple Day. National Pie Day, which those two things could go very hand in hand. Rosa Parks Day, and World Trick Shot Day. So those are some of the days of the day, in addition to us naming our name of the month coming up later in the show. I am curious if you would consider Disney Plus to be the best app of the year. Because according to Google Play users, through an article from Chris Holt of Engadget, that is what Google Play users are considering the best app of the year. Chris wrote, Google Play announced winners of its year-end awards, including users and editors' picks for best apps, movies, TV shows, and books. As has been the case the last couple of years, users voted for their favorite in each category. Disney Plus emerged as the top app of the year for users in the U.S., with SpongeBob Krusty Cook-Off taking the honors in the gaming category. Favorite movie was Bad Boys for Life. User's choice for the book was If It Bleeds by Stephen King. And then editors for the U.S. version of Google Play had their say as well, including things like The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, saying that the inspired game Genshin Impact, which apparently takes inspiration from that Zelda game, anyway, Play Store's finest game of the year. Also big fan of Luna, a bedtime relaxation app, Centr, a fitness app, Zoom, which is basically what everyone's doing, and ShareTheMeal were also chosen as some of the best apps in 2020. Vad is not a fan of Disney Plus.
It's interesting because it seems like that it doesn't necessarily mean it's the best like streaming service of the year, but the best app, like the app itself.
Yes, that's
right?
what they're
That's
saying.
kind of how I read it. So I don't know if the app is different on Google Play as opposed to, like, I've used it on an iPhone. I wouldn't say it's the best app of the year. I don't think it's garbage, but it's fine. It's serviceable as a streaming app. You know, it's fairly easy to search for things. Disney Plus has been interesting for me because when it first came out, there are a bunch of things that you would find on there, and you're like, oh, I do want to watch the Mighty Ducks, and it's like available next year. It's like, don't put it on the app then. You're teasing me.
It is really interesting to me that Disney Plus could provide a tremendous experience, you know, for like a streaming service, but then maybe not be, or rather vice versa, be an amazing experience for an app, and then maybe not be the best experience when it comes to the actual streaming service itself. I haven't really had a chance to play with any of the new versions, like HBO Max, right? Like I haven't had a chance to really use that app very much. We do have it, but haven't really watched any shows. I guess I did watch Apple TV Plus. That worked fine.
Yeah.
But I don't know. At this point, I don't know if I'm expecting a ton from apps, because you only kind of notice when apps are really bad when they're broken.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think streaming apps have become more of a utility than an experience, if that makes sense. Like, I want to get into my streaming app, be able to find what I'm looking for. Because most of the time, and this isn't all the time, but most of the time, I know what I'm going to watch. I just need to find out what service it's on and then get it up and running. It's nice when a streaming app has good functions for like surfing and finding something new. But if I can get in and find what I want and put it on, that's what I want from my streaming apps.
It is 6:16 West Coast time, 9:16 on the East. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War this morning on Gaming Morning Show. You know, the answer to your question is I don't know, because somehow, some way, Disney Plus is just wound up on my television. So I don't know what that's about. That's super crazy. But Game of Thrones fans, while rewatching, should have mistakenly given that rating. So did you like Game of Thrones? Have you seen Game of Thrones?
No,
Yeah, I haven't either.
no. I long time ago I watched the first episode, and I'm not huge into fantasy genre media, so it didn't catch me off of that. I did watch it, and I'm like, this is really good quality. I could probably really get into this. And then I was like, well, if I'm ever gonna watch it, I'm gonna wait for it to be completely done, and then just binge the crap out of it. And then I've just never been back for it. You know what else Disney Plus should have? Stories. I want to see what my friends think about things.
Yes, there's definitely not enough stories. That's all we need, is we need to have some other app come out with a stories function, because I was thinking about it the other day, and it's like, man, I have not seen enough stories. So I pulled the pin on that grenade, running into a building, going like, wait a second, I don't exactly know the layout of this, and by the time I realized what was happening, I almost blew myself up. Oh geez, there's no real loot back that way.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Big hearts out. Big shout out for piracy sites from that. I don't know if that was a choice on the Google editor's plan.
Oh man.
This map is kind of, I mean, uneventful in a lot of ways.
Their team's not doing great.
Okay, so that could be why. Okay.
I've had some pretty fun close matches on this map previously. Like B is usually way more contested than it is now, and it's tough because there's so many angles to get to B. But they're just not doing a great job getting there.
That guy threw my grenade back at me after my dead body hit the floor. So basically, elected to throw my grenade at my at my dead body. That's rude. Just rude. Oh, up on the bridge above. Uh-oh. We got some problems now. Remember when we were complaining that nothing was happening?
Well, they're still playing weird because they're not like playing very hard for the actual sites. Like they keep running through them and then after us. I don't know. It's weird.
That's not
And we have a couple campers on our team now.
Oh, he saw me.
Throwing frag grenade.
Nope, I missed. Try again.
Securing B.
There were trouble on my mind. Ah, I got a trophy almost down. Yeah, this tightened up real fast. And now someone has a sentry. Trying to blow up that sentry.
Losing A.
Losing A. We can do this. I believe in us.
Throwing frag grenade.
To your left. Someone laying down prone right.
Winds in sight. Maintain that momentum.
Do I have smokes again?
Don't smoke is bad for you.
Oh yeah, I forgot I switched this loadout. Oh my gosh. You know, winter plans, I'm going to stay home because there's still a pandemic and I'm going to be here and not go anywhere. It's going to be a blast.
Enemy spy plane inbound.
Up on the bridge again.
Bravo locked down.
At least we got Bravo back.
Yeah, we'll go into halftime with a
Yeah.
lead.
We're
Halftime.
right at the cusp. We're right at the edge of glory and hanging on the corner with you. I did have a fun tweet from Hofbrew19, frequent viewer of the show. He tagged us. You can find us on Twitter, Watch GMS. And it's from Pete Holmes, the comedian. Said, just name your pet PlayStation 5. Then you can brag all you want about having one without lying. So there you go. That's an alternative. If you have not found the PlayStation 5 yet, that's one way that you can figure out how to tell your friends that you got a PlayStation 5 for Christmas.
Taking C.
Although at this point, I don't know if I'd probably be more excited about the puppy.
Enemy has A. Taking Bravo. We're in the lead.
I had great cover, and then I swing out left to get at somebody and expose like my whole body to the backside. Okay, upright A.
Enemy spy plane
Got him.
inbound. B locked down. Fuel mine taken out.
All right. Well, I'm really good at getting A at the very or getting B at the very beginning. Beyond that,
Losing Bravo.
I make no promises.
You've done what you showed up to do.
Throwing frag grenade.
Good thing that guy died. Oh, it's behind us. Okay. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. They're not gonna keep it. We're gonna get it.
Losing
Bridge. Ah, damn. Oh, who'd you get hit by?
Someone rushed us. Nice work.
Throwing frag grenade. Smoke out. Throwing trophy.
Oh my gosh, how'd I lose that?
Hostile care package inbound.
Well, that was some bad shooting.
Established overhead.
That'd be bad if my trophy system that I landed right on with the grenade that I dropped whilst dying took out my trophy system.
I love sticking people with my syntax. It makes me so happy.
satisfying. Worried about this line? I guess I can see my laser.
The laser isn't as visible in this one as it was in the last. So you don't have to worry about that as much.
Well, we're doing a lot better this time. Must be easier
Oh,
to defend
teammate.
from this side.
Yeah, I think it is. Or we just got that momentum. And once you're kind of established, it's hard to break it. Oh, oh, oh.
Losing Charlie. Throwing smoke.
man, yeah. Nothing doing in B. More trophy systems down. Like, what do you need? I got you.
Hostile spy plane established overhead.
Okay, I'm getting C back real
Oh,
quick.
there. I got hit.
Losing B.
Oh, to our right. What's our friend doing? Oh, he must have been controlling something. I thought I had friend to my right, and then I kept getting shot by the guy walking right past him.
Oh, I blowed up.
Grenade out. We lost B.
Beep, 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 beep.
And then dead.
And then gone.
Watch your enemy spy plane.
Wow, the palaver.
Victory's close. Grenade out. Let's go home.
Palaver.
There's a guy around that corner. I was shooting over him to get to his teammate. Someone's name in this game is O.J. Simpson.
Multiple enemy spy plane
All right, they're trying to push pretty hard to C on the left side
securing
because they kind of have no choice at this point. Oh, yep, they're there.
Someone saved my life. I'll be always grateful. Clearing C. My guy was just camping in the middle. We win! We're victorious!
Nice.
We're so great. It's amazing. Tuesday, December 1st, 2020. Thanks for being with us on Gaming Morning Show. I am Ryan. He is Sean. 3 hours this morning on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and a Gaming Morning Show.tv. We got This Day in Gaming History coming up. Birthdays to celebrate. If you have a birthday that you want to wish us, to wish them a birthday celebration, then just let us know in the chat. That's coming up later in this hour. Next hour, we'll have our top 10 list and sports. So it'll be a good hour for sure. But at this point, 6:29 West Coast time, it is time to get informed, get the information that we need for the day, and head to the newsroom. It is time for hashtag Video Game Expert. Here's Sean.
Good morning. Today is Tuesday, December 1st, 2020. Happy last month of 2020. And this is your Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News. First up, story from Jordan Alleman of IGN. Treyarch, in their latest update, boosted weapon XP progression in COD Bakwa. Apparently, players have been complaining about how quickly weapons level up in both multiplayer and zombies, especially citing possible glitch where they were getting thousands of eliminations in zombies without being able to level up the last couple rungs of their weapon. So that's clearly a problem. So they fixed that and boosted that progression a little bit. And to make up for it, they're going to host more double XP events like they had this weekend throughout December. So if you're looking to level up your weapons quickly, should be a little bit easier, and look for those double XP events coming this month. On the other hand, Xbox. We're going to talk about Xbox news. In an update to the way Game Pass functions, they've added preloading to Game Pass. So now if there are games that are coming out on Game Pass, you can pre-install certain games before their launch on the subscription service. That way, once they're live, you are good to go. Similar to the way you can pre-download a game that's about to be released, so that you're ready to go upon release. So look for that as an update on the Xbox Game Pass on multiple systems. And in Xbox/PlayStation news, now your Xbox Series X can run PlayStation 2 games.
Okay. It's good.
Kind
right?
of.
Oh.
Kind of. So step one, you have to
Cut a hole in the box.
Step two, you have to get developer access for your Xbox Series X, which can cost a bit of cash to get that. But once you have a developer status, you can run Universal Windows Protocol apps, including an app which runs PlayStation 2 ROMs and some GameCube library games as well. And then you can play PlayStation 2 games on your Xbox One or Xbox Series X. So if you're anxiously waiting for true Xbox Next Gen games to be released in 2021, you can kill the time by playing games from 2002.
So it's that easy though.
It's that easy.
All you need to have is an Xbox Series X and play some PlayStation 2 games.
Yeah. The tricky part is getting developer access. I know that does cost a chunk of money. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but there's a reason why most people don't do it, just because you can do quite a bit more with your consoles if you have access to the developer tools. And so those are expensive because they don't want most people just doing that for funsies. So they put that behind a paywall.
It's like, hey, if you pre-order your Xbox Series X, you can also get some developer tools, and then you can run this. Someone brought up an interesting thing. I'll ask you after name of the morning. We'll do that.
Copy that. And always last but never least, we finish off today's gaming morning show, Morning Gaming News, with the world-renowned segment within a segment. This is what is out today. We have Chronos Before the Ashes out on Xbox, PC, and PlayStation. They've switched to just saying Xbox, PC, and PlayStation, so I'm assuming that's all the systems. Twin Mirror is out on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Those are in different orders. I don't know why. Everything about the formatting of out today, at least the site on Kotaku that I get these, has changed. They don't say the day of the week. They just say the date, and things are in weird orders, and they're not listing them the same. I don't like change. This is messing
Change
with
is
me.
hard.
So Twin Mirror out on Xbox, PlayStation, PC. And for the most prestigious award in video game focused morning shows, your favorite segment within a segment within a segment, today's name in the morning goes to Empire of Sin out on Xbox, PlayStation, PC, Switch.
Could you say that one more time?
Empire of Sin.
Out today. This is a tweet. Wow, they had a tweet out September 17th that talked about today was the day. So congratulations. Long anticipated run to the name of the morning for Empire of Sin. You are now eligible for our name of the month. Speaking of which, we had a lot of good contenders from November, and so we need to name one our name of the month, and thusly it'll be eligible to be played on a future episode of Gaming Morning Show's Name of the Month. We haven't named that segment yet, or that stream, but it'll be something to that effect, like GMS plays the name of the month. I don't know. All right, so give me you usually do like a finalist type thing, right?
Yeah, so I have nailed it down to my top 5. And then we'll cut it down to there. So back in November 5th, we had What the Fork out on Switch.
That was good.
The very next day, the 6th, we had Time to Stop Time out on PC, which is great. The 9th, we had Duck Life Adventure out on Switch. On the 12th, we had Life of Boris Super Slav out on Switch. And on the 19th, we had Art School, SQOOL, out on Switch.
Art School.
Art School. So, What the Fork, Time to Stop Time, Duck Life Adventure, Life of Boris Super Slav, and Art School.
Okay, I think I have my favorite in my head, but I'm going to let you unveil it. The name of the month for Gaming Morning Show November 2020 is...
What the Fork?
Yes, that's what I was hoping for. What the Fork is the name of the month? Yeah. Oh my gosh, what a great name. And what system is that for?
Switch.
All right. So name of the month is What the Fork, as heard first here on Gaming Morning Show. I am going to put that in my notes, and we will hopefully have that soon. Have you looked at what that game is?
Nope. I didn't do any prep for these.
And do you want to be surprised once we get to the game, or at this point now?
No, that's
Right.
good now.
So this is
What's done
available
is done.
on Steam as well. What the Fork, a chaotic couch co-op forklift simulator. The best use of forks since dinner. Face the new challenges alone and hit it up with 4 players in story versus or free play mode. Operate your forklift to fill up enough trucks within time limit to unlock new levels and forklifts. It's What the Fork.
That sounds great.
Yeah, it actually really is. Name of the month, What the Fork, and I just threw that into the chat if you want to check that out on Steam. It is 6:37 on the West Coast. Gaming Morning Show continues on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and a Gaming Morning Show.tv. He's Sean, I'm Ryan. Lewis Hamilton will not race at this weekend's soccer?
No, soccer sounds good.
No, I know what that word is, but I can't say it for some reason.
I think it's Sakir.
Oh,
Sakir?
man. Siri, you're going to have to bail me out again. Unfortunately, Lewis has tested positive for COVID-19, so the racing team for Hamilton, Mercedes AMG Petronas, announced that he will miss the upcoming Grand Prix. His last race of the year could also be in jeopardy, but right now they're at least saying he will not race this weekend. Mercedes statement, Lewis is now isolating in accordance with COVID-19 protocols. Apart from mild symptoms, he is otherwise fit and well, and the entire team sends him its very best wishes for a full recovery. According to Forbes, because I went to Google and see how many races Lewis Hamilton has missed in his life, Lewis Hamilton to miss his first race of the F1 career because of COVID-19.
It's crazy.
It really is.
So luckily he's already secured the championship, both for him and because if he was not going to win the championship, this is not the reason I would want him to not win, you know. So I'm happy that he's already secured it, and it's not going to be one of those asterisk situations where it's like, oh well, Max Verstappen won, but only because Lewis Hamilton was out the last 2 races. Like, I don't like that.
Sakir.
Sakir.
A Sakir
So
Grand Prix.
then the big question is who's going to replace him?
So what's funny is the announcement has been made for who's replacing Romain Grosjean, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not our guy, right?
No. So this could be our chance.
I was gonna say, could you imagine being Nico Hulkenberg and being like, "Yeah, I can't race for Haas. That sucks. Well, I guess I'll just watch the race." And it's like, "Hey, Nico, we got a spot in the Mercedes car. Are you interested?" Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
And this is from Formula1.com on speculating who would replace him. Their reserve driver, which every team has a reserve driver, they do not have to use their reserve driver in situations like this. Nico Hulkenberg has raced for 2 different teams this season. 3 different drivers, 2 different teams. He's not their reserve driver, but he's available. So especially in this season where things are weird, they don't have to go with the reserve. The reserve is Stoffel Van Dorn, who is currently racing for Formula E, and their testing is taking place this week in Spain. So he'd have to complete his testing and then rush over to do the race this weekend. So he's an option. Mercedes also has a junior driver in George Russell, who's currently at Williams. So it's also possible that George Russell could get the call up to Mercedes, and then Williams would have to have a reserve driver race. Or they also mentioned that Nico Hulkenberg is already ready to go.
I envision Nico having a closet full of just other teams' racing suits, and then he just kind of shows up when called upon.
He had to wear Lance Stroll's boots when he covered for Sergio Perez because they didn't have any other boots that fit him.
That's kind of rough. Like,
And I was wrong. He has only raced for Racing Point this year.
where's this guy that shot that guy? And things are quiet on B. A little
Yeah.
too quiet.
It's kind of creepy.
Oh, he's up there. Okay, I could not find him on the globe. He's on the globe if you get over to that side of B.
All right, escalators coming down.
Grenade out.
Nico does make sense too because the racing point that he's driven this season has been so similar to the Mercedes that he should be fairly comfortable with it.
That poor guy turned the corner and there was 3 of us.
Grenade out.
There's a player on their team named Chief Wahoo.
Oh, I forgot to finish shooting. Oh, that's unfortunate. I thought I had this guy dead, so I quit pulling, and ended up he stayed alive. That's not probably taught in war school.
Behind us.
I literally backed my butt into the guy who was sitting in the corner and got shot because I was like, "Oh, this is where I usually sit." That was interesting.
Throwing frag grenade.
Chief Wahoo killed me.
That's unfortunate. Kind of got pushed out.
Grenade out.
And you definitely, this is a map of angles. Like this whole thing is if you can solidify those spots.
Mm-hmm.
That hurt.
Throwing frag grenade.
All right. This isn't going well.
Man. But I kind of still like that the fact that this is a fairly difficult map to get people killed on. Like you can actually hold positions if you do it strategically and if you
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I like this map quite a bit.
Throwing trophy.
me and Greasy Monk got this corner on lock. It's not Greasy Monk like M-O-N-K, and it's not Monkey because there's no Y. Yep. Kind of gameplay you come for.
Did you get him?
Yeah. He
All right, I'll
did
take
the same
Greasy
thing.
Monk's place.
He did the same thing that I did, where I kind of just backed up right here, and then it's like, bam, there's somebody right behind me. Oh, nice play. Around that corner, there's two. There's two.
Yep.
Survive.
No, I died.
Halftime.
Nice. That'll work.
The December PlayStation Plus games are coming out. It is December, of course. And we talked about the couple that are out for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. There's 3 games now. You can still get Bug Snacks, apparently, too. It's available as part of the PlayStation Plus service through the 4th of January. This, according to Liam Croft of Push Square, Just Cause 4 and Rocket Arena can still be played on Sony's new console as well. And then there's Worms Rumble takes the headline slot with a native PS5 version for December.
Nice. Yeah, definitely. Even if you don't have a PlayStation 5, pick up Bug Snacks so you can play that when it comes out because that game looks super.
So you
super
can
cute.
still click add to library or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Objective secure.
I just followed you into that escalator. It was a bad choice.
It went poorly.
I'm regretful.
Grenade out.
All right, which way you going?
Oh gosh, I went down the escalators. Good answer. Always wait when your teammate asks you where you're going. Always wait till you're dead at the very end of the road. They always appreciate that because they never want a heads up of like where you're actually going. Left escalators.
Okay, that guy's down. Oh, I'm gonna blow up.
They said you're gonna blow up.
I escaped with my life.
That was quite the cluster in there. Brings new meaning to cluster strike, am I right?
Oh, he's in there.
Throwing frag grenade.
Oh, man.
Never fun when you're the person behind the person who gets shot. And it's like, I was behind him. How did I? Might avenge you?
Oh,
Nope. Still didn't avenge you. What's through this door? I don't know if I've ever gone through the door you just went through.
it's just the way to the side of this, which I like because you don't have to walk down that whole hallway.
Would you look at that?
Throwing trophy.
I think I threw a grenade at you.
They're all coming. I'm on my way. Stay alive.
I'm alive.
Throwing trophy.
Oh, he's coming from the stairs.
No, he's not.
I didn't see both of us there.
Come on, play with wood, stay alive.
Another trophy out over here.
Up on the back right. Oh, nice churn. I am gone.
Oh, oh. You're gone, and then they flooded from that side behind me. I should listen faster. Man, they really... Whoa, whoa, whoa! They're at the top of the escalator. Didn't see that coming.
Oh no. It's not going well.
Sorry, we got this.
Man, you're basically walking into that room and picking which corner you want to try to swing
Yep.
on and hope that you're right.
Yep, I got one down.
I got shot by a chopper gunner. That's unfortunate.
Alright. Where are you at?
Dead. Yeah, they have a very good lockdown with this chopper. Okay, I'm going through the closet door.
Okay, I got one. There's two on the escalator.
Okay. He beat me. I lost.
Oh, man. Alright, I'm going around to C, because if they're going to stick 4 guys on B,
Frag grenade.
then no one's going to be on C.
Taken out.
No, why did there have to be, what was that, napalm probably? I don't know if you were there, but man. That
Alright, we gotta
guy
get
was
something
really
fast.
good. Oh man, they just came in from that corner I'm usually in. Oh, we got it though. That might be too late though. Oh.
Yep, we're too late. Boo.
We tried.
Boo hiss.
It didn't work out. All right, Gaming Morning Show 6:52 on the West Coast. Thanks for being with us. He is Sean. I am Ryan. It is time for birthdays and this day in gaming history. If you have a birthday to celebrate with us, throw it in the chat. We will wish that person a special happy birthday. Look, it's Mike O. Good morning. Thanks for being here. We may be seeing you next hour as long as we can get everything going. We might have substitute host. I assume you still have to leave. I guess I never did ask you.
Yeah. I have
No,
to go
hey
to
Sean, are you
work.
going to be around? You know, because I got somebody who can hang out with us if you're not.
I have to work 4 days this week.
What?
I know.
Boo. National Day of Giving today. Bifocals at the Monitor Liberation Day. Day Without Art. National Eat a Red Apple Day. National Pie Day and Rosa Parks Day. World Trick Shot Day. Some of the days of the day. We're asking you Disney Plus. It was ranked the best app on Google Play according to Google Play users. There were editors' picks according to Engadget's Chris Holt. We'll talk more about that coming up next hour as well. It is time, like I said, for birthdays today. Bette Midler turns 75 years old today. I think Bette probably has a lot more roles, but I remember her most from Hocus Pocus now.
Yep.
I mean,
That's true.
there's a wide variety. I think she did a lot of Broadway and things of that nature too, but by and large, for sure, Hocus Pocus for me. Treat Williams turns 69 today.
Nice.
Nominated for a Primetime Emmy in 1996. Let's see who else we got. Model Carol Alt turns 60 today. Used to be married to NHL player Ron Greschner. Sarah Silverman, the comedian, turns 50 today. Janelle Monáe turns 35 today. Recently starred in the horror film Antebellum. Zoe Kravitz, 32 today, set to appear as Catwoman in the upcoming Batman, or rather, The Batman. That's the one with, I assume, Robert Pattinson. So.
Yep, that's the one.
Let's see, what else we got birthdays-wise today? It is Richard Pryor's historical birthday. Died in 2005. The longtime stand-up comedian, was in a whole bunch of great movies. Different films like Silver Streak, won 5 Grammy Awards and an Emmy during his career. In 2004, Pryor was voted the greatest stand-up act of all time by Comedy Central. Deshaun Jackson of the Philadelphia Eagles, 34 today, wide receiver. And Golden Brooks, starring in Girlfriends, is 50. Lee Trevino, the longtime PGA golfer, is 81 today. Ashley Monique Clark from the Hughleys is 32. Brad Delson of Lincoln Park is 43. Actor David Hornsby of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is 45. Blue Oyster Cult, if you remember nothing more than just the skit from Saturday Night Live with Will Ferrell, singer-guitarist Eric Bloom is 76 today. Okay, I'm satisfied.
Woody Allen is 85.
Is that at the top? Oh, yeah, that is at the
Yeah.
top. I'm going to be honest. We have this list, and I look for the people with parentheses because sometimes I don't know what they're from unless I don't see parentheses. That's true. Woody Allen, 85 today. Diane Lennon of the Lennon Sisters, 81. Bassist Casey Van Beek of the Tractors is 78. All right. That is your birthday celebration today. Rest in peace from Look, It's Mike O. This day in gaming history, in London, England, 1950, Ferranti engineer Raymond Stewart Williams began creating the Nimrod computer to play the game Nim. Do you know anything about Nimrod computer?
No.
I wonder if that has something to do with where Nimrod came from. 1988, Nintendo releases Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link for the NES. The game cartridge includes a battery for saving one's place in the game. 1990, Nintendo released Dr. Mario for the Game Boy. I remember people playing a lot of Dr. Mario. Although I think we played it on console, not on a Game Boy. But still.
Yeah, for sure.
Pretty iconic soundtrack, too.
That's the best.
It was not a mispronunciation counter. It is a very difficult and not obvious brand name word. So we're gonna just keep that mispronunciation counter where it belongs, in the not here. U.S. Senator from Connecticut Joseph Lieberman holds a press conference this date in 1994, brings up the issue of violence in video games, showing segments of Mortal Kombat and Night Trap. This ultimately, I believe, was kind of the start to the rating system that we have now.
I believe so, yeah.
Bandai Digital Entertainment released the @World, literally has an @ symbol like an email address, @World Entertainment System in the US in 1996. Good old 66 megahertz PowerPC 603 processor, 5 megabytes of RAM, 4 times CD-ROM, and a 28.8 kilobits per second modem. The system is based on Apple Computer's Pippin technology and priced at $409. It costs more than a digital-only PS5. It's amazing technology.
But it had a controller with a trackball and buttons.
It sure did, and you could use it. Plus, it had a video output to your TV, so that's always crucial. 1998, Nintendo released Bomberman 64 for the N64. The next year, Nintendo released a 64 Double D disc drive for the N64, included a modem cartridge, Kyojin no Doshin, otherwise known as Doshin the Giant, and Mario Artist Paint Studio. That was in 99. 2005, Prince of Persia: The Two Thrones came out for all of the machines from Ubisoft. Don't call me Ubisoft. The next year, Vivendi released Aragon. Wasn't that a movie?
I think so.
Wasn't Aragon a movie? Wasn't it like one of the dragon movies that kind of came out like at the same time? Sean Connery was in one of them where he was the dragon talking to a knight. I swear sometimes everything comes out in batches. Yeah. It's like one studio's holding on to a movie, and it's like, hey, did you hear movie studio B down the road's releasing a dragon movie? Well, we need to have a dragon movie. And it's like, fine, we'll put that movie out.
2006 action fantasy film Aragon, directed by Stephen Frangmeyer.
Okay.
Frangmeyer.
So this makes me think, with the same year release, that it was based on the movie. Summer Redstone sells 87.2% stake in Midway Games this date in 2008. It was worth $30 million to Acquisition Holdings subsidiary. A loss of $800 million. Wow. And then 2007, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 came out for the Switch. There you go. This day in gaming history. It is now 7 o'clock. Sean's got to run, but what we do need is the beer of the day. The beer of the day. Hey, look. It's the beer of the day.
Toot, toot.
This is from our advent calendar.
We have some Aloha Death.
What?
Aloha Death.
Oh, that looks like it's from gosh, I know it's the one who makes the Irish one, Irish Death, is what I imagine. Who's the brewer?
Iron Horse.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, is there a description?
Dark Smooth Brew.
Dark Smooth Brew.
Mm-hmm. Aloha Death is a dark, smooth ale brewed with coconut and inspired by Irish Death. This brew's malt forward profile brings the tropics to you with hints of coconut and chocolate.
And chocolate.
Please enjoy our take on that sweet aloha spirit. And then it says, "You're welcome."
You're welcome. Well, we're really excited for that. You and I ended up having our advent calendar beers yesterday because of the electrical issues. So
Yeah, we're not behind.
do you want me to go ahead and throw my fingers in some sockets today just so you can come back and we can have another advent calendar?
Yeah, for sure.
Don't put your fingers in outlets, okay? It's bad. It's not good. All right, Sean. Big hugs, big waves for Sean as he departs us. We will see you again tomorrow for the first hour of Gaming Morning Show.
Sounds good.
All right,
Have a good rest of your stream.
Yeah, goodbye, Sean. We'll miss you. It's so sad. I am Ryan. I will take you the rest of the way, but I may have a partner in crime. We're going to test and see if we can get Look, It's Myco from the Twitch stream, Look, It's Myco, and his podcast as well. We'll talk about that coming up and when we come back. So we're going to work on getting him patched into the system, and if it works, great, and if it doesn't, it'll just be me. So stick around. More Gaming Morning Show, a top 10 list coming up. Sports next hour as well on this Tuesday, December 1st. Wow, December 1st, 2020. Thanks for being with us on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, gamingmorningshow.tv.
Like a rocket on a planet, that's how I feel. You're so gorgeous, and you know it, you can't be real. And you use it to confuse me, but in the best ways. You make my day. Baby, keep loving, keep loving me just like you do it, like you do it, like you. Hips don't lift, so we keep growing just like we do it, like you do it, like you. Cause I want it like you want it too. Don't get insecure, baby. I like you, sure, baby. Cause that's the only way to build something amazing. And there's gonna be some bad wishes from people that don't really understand the feeling that we have. There's gonna be some bad wishes from people that don't really understand this what we have. Baby, keep loving, keep loving me just like you do it, like you do it, like you. Hips don't lift, so we keep growing just like we do it, like you do it, like you. Be some bad wishes from people that don't really understand the feeling that we have. There's gonna be some bad wishes from people that don't really understand it's that we have. Oh, baby, keep loving, keep loving me just like you do it, like you do it, like you. Hips don't lift, so we keep growing just like we do it, like you do it, like you.
Morning, gamers. It is Tuesday, December 1st, 2020. Thanks for being with us on Gaming Morning Show. I am Ryan. We are excited to be with you for the next 2 hours. Gaming Morning Show on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. Sean had to depart, and we had our buddy Look It's Myco ready to go, and then all of a sudden your camera died on me, good buddy. So I don't know where it went and why it's gone, because it was there. We had it for like the entire break, and then now you're gone. Oh, good. Okay, here it comes back. All right, hey, we found him. Look, it's Mike. Oh, how's it going, buddy?
It is wonderful. It is wonderful. I had a button, and that kind of screwed it up. So, my bad.
It's all right. So, our first chance to have someone in the guest hosting chair, which I'm super stoked about. You are a Twitch streamer. Look, it's Myco on Twitch, and also a podcast host, which we're going to talk about, from the Midwest, and a chance to hang out with us for an hour today. The most critical thing that we need to know then, based on our topic of the day, because we're talking about the top app based from Google Play users, is are you iPhone, or are you Android, or are you non-smartphone? Are you still rocking the flip phone?
iPhone, totally. Yeah. If I could have a flip phone, that would be rad. But yeah, they don't really make them that you can use now. We tried to get one for my wife, and it was like $200.
We need to rethink that. I remember like my favorite flip phones, like the Razr got all the notoriety. Do you remember the Motorola Razr?
I do remember the phone. I wasn't lucky enough to have one, but I remember the phone. Yeah, I had one of those like brick Nokias. That was my thing, where you could like assault somebody with it.
It was like the one that played Snake, right?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody had the Nokia that played Snake, as far as I remember.
Hours.
You're gonna have to find me on. I'm gonna send you a Discord message, because you're gonna have to find me on Call of Duty. I don't think we're friends. Why aren't we friends? What happened to us?
I don't think you're in my category. You know, I'm in the upper echelon.
Gotcha. That actually makes total sense, and
I'm the top sucker.
I'm so extremely sorry that I didn't remember that. How much above my level that you are. You know, that's why we bring you onto the show, is to make sure that you can keep up with me. So I'll throw that into the Discord if you hopefully can see that, and send me a friend request. We're gonna play Call of Duty Warzone. I haven't played Warzone in forever.
Fired it up last night for the first time in a couple of weeks.
So what have you been playing?
Cold War.
Oh, so you
trying to rank up those guns, so when that integration happens, you can not be as terrible.
See, I thought for some reason you weren't digging Cold War.
I'm not, but my friends are, and I'm a good friend. So there's.
And that's why you were so kind to be with us on Gaming Morning Show and hang out for the next hour or so.
That's fair.
I am curious if you can give us a glimpse into the podcast that's coming up, a new season in January. This is kind of a neat little venture that you have, Monsters and Friends podcast. What exactly is the podcast that you host?
So the podcast is a podcast about the lesser-known cryptids, legends, and lore of the world. So it's basically, we all know Bigfoot, we all know the Loch Ness Monster, and we all know those like fancy ones, the Mothman. But there are a whole world of other legends and lore out there that we don't know about, or aren't as well known, that deserve their credit, Ryan. And my show brings them to light. And currently, we are in the midst of a nationwide tour. Me and my friend Barry, you might be able to see in the back over here. He and I are going through the United States and Winnebago, and we are introducing folks to the different cryptids, legends, and lores that exist throughout the United States of America. So there is a whole ton of them that a lot of people don't know about, and we are in the midst of trying to share them with you.
Well, that's pretty exciting. And you've done how many seasons of the podcast so far?
So far, technically, we've done 2. So we're midway through the second season, but we're splitting it up into kind of 2B, because I don't know if you knew this, but there are 50 states, and that's a lot.
I have been to 46, fortunately. How many have you traveled to?
Not many. No,
Okay.
I think like 30.
So this is
Not-
kind of a
not
way for you
not a
to
ton.
be able to do that?
Yeah, this is a way for me to be able to kind of explore the country and see some of the sights and learn some of the weirdness that America encompasses. Because we're a little strange.
I've been to 46, so I have just a few left. I have to get to South Dakota, which is interesting because most of my wife's family hails from South Dakota. So the fact I never got there before now, I mean, we've been together a long time, is kind of strange. I have to get to Oklahoma and New Mexico, and luckily those border one another, so I'll have that chance. And then I'm going to finish it off probably with like a big Alaska cruise or something like that. I think that's the goal.
Been to North Dakota, but
Yes.
you couldn't go to South Dakota.
I have definitely done the thing where I'm sitting there, driving over across the state line just to claim a state. So I have a couple of states that I do want to explore a little bit better than, say, just, touch their border. But we were mostly in Minnesota. And so didn't really have the chance to hop down to South Dakota. It's amazing sometimes, like being from Montana and trying to explain to people like why I have no problem driving 6 hours somewhere because it's basically a weekend trip in Montana. Like South Dakota's a little farther away from North Dakota than it seemed, at least where we were in Fargo. But I wish we would have been able to go there because I wanted to go to Mount Rushmore this summer. That was the plan, and it fell through because of the pandemic. It was so sad.
Yeah, kind of ruined a couple things for some folks.
Yes, but luckily we are healthy, and that's what I'm trying to stay focused on, happy and healthy as well. So what is your
Exactly.
favorite app of the year? Because Disney Plus, according to Google Play users, is the best app of the year. Do you have one that you discovered this year? Because I don't feel like I do. I'm wondering if you have like a new app that you really liked.
So this is kind of a like one of those kind of like you know how we all have things in our closet that are a little weird. The app I discovered this year was TikTok. Yeah, and I originally created it just to I downloaded it to troll my oldest kid, to be like, haha, look, I'm on it too, and I made videos that got okay, and now I'm kind of obsessed with it, and not like the weird way. I've found myself on like the dad section of TikTok where they're like, look at my lawn, look at my barbecue, between that and like politics, my wife is like, wow, yeah, so. That's kind of where I've spent a lot of my app time. That and like random games that pop up. I'm an equal opportunity downloader, so I'll try and see what I can see.
It's like this big velvet curtain, but instead of being like the different like VIP room of TikTok, you're going outside where the barbecue and the patio and the riding lawnmower are. Yeah.
It's like, how did you get your lawn so smooth?
Someday,
My lawn is so chunky.
if we can have you, me, Sean, and Ben on at the same time. Ben loves nothing more than talking about how green his lawn is. Like, that is his pride and joy, for sure.
I wish that I could make my lawn beautiful, but we live in Indiana, and the ground is made of clay and corn. So it's really hard to make anything live in clay or corn.
Clay, and is that like the on the crest?
Is that what?
Is that like on the crest of the state
It
capital?
should be like a Play-Doh thing, There you go. Just put up a big old Play-Doh sign right there.
So funny. Look, it's Maiko joining us on Gaming Morning Show. Thank you for being here and hanging out with us on this
Thanks for having
beautiful
me.
day. Hey, anytime. All right, you got to pick where we're gonna drop because I'm adjusting
right
camera
there.
angles. So
So we gotta find a helicopter. Found one.
all right, I'm with you.
There's a really good chance I'm gonna die, like before I get there, because the helicopters are a very favorite place of folks.
Hey, as long as I remember to deploy my parachute when I'm supposed to.
Yep. Abort. Serpentine.
Running away. I also need to switch my pinging thing, or else we're gonna have a really bad time.
Hey, this looks like a good spot to land.
I'm already on the ground, so I am.
Yep, I'm behind you.
You gotta protect me. That's all I ask.
Yeah, we fired this up for the last time in about a month last night, and we ended the night with a second place, but there was a whole lot of like 12th places in there and 58th place, and my goal is to be the very first to be eliminated someday.
Like absolutely number one. Like maybe not even get to the ground kind of elimination.
I mean, I wouldn't mind getting to the ground first and then dying like immediately, but
I'm not gonna lie, that doesn't seem like a hard goal to obtain.
well, I don't want to like throw it, you know.
Oh, I see.
I'm not an e-sporter. Hasn't that been like big in the news now?
Yeah, there's bad people there. I'll get shot at. I'm running away.
So my game motto is I'm about to do something dumb, so I apologize if. Oh, I see him up there.
I think I have this one's a little bit of a longer scope, but
Oh, he's shooting at me. That
Hit him
wasn't
once.
kind. Oh, police station. Let's see.
I just don't really have
Here.
the best long range weapon. I'm hitting him a couple of times with a P90.
Oh, he's got a friend coming in.
Okay.
His friend must have. He already accompanied my life goal of dying really quickly. Can't tell if he's coming at you or if he is backing towards me.
Oh, I gotta quit doing the double tap thing. That's not my attempt. All right, I am on the ground. Yeah, he's coming. He's to the plane. I'm gonna get him.
There was a guy in here. Oh, another kilo.
Got him. Team wipe.
Ooh.
He was not a
Made them
teammate.
die. Yay, dance. Ooh, a throwing knife.
Okay, I'm going here.
Oh, we got a truck coming in.
He's not gonna get me. He's not gonna get me.
Oh, I can't jump up there? Yeah, that's one of the things I don't like about Cold War is you can't, like... This, you can climb on everything.
Those people are off green. I don't know where they went. Oh, sniper!
I'm
Sniper
like
to
a
our
cat. I like
south.
climbing. What was that?
Sniper to our south. He knows I'm here.
Ooh. Hmm.
Oh, he popped me. Oh,
Uh-oh.
what a guy.
Where are you? Are
I'm
you on the
safe
roof?
behind the back of that little top roof thingamabobber.
I'm coming. I'm gonna lay on the ground, because why not?
Yeah, I think that's a wise idea. I'm gonna heal when we get off this rooftop because that guy got some pinned down.
Oh, I see got the glint. Ooh, we got a soldier coming. Where are you at? Oh,
He missed his jump.
that was a good try.
And then I got sniped on the way down. Oh my gosh. What are the
Oh.
odds? What are the odds? He got me on my way down.
Team's
to
on the
go get
ground,
that
hey.
guy. Man, that guy was on it. Alright. My first gulag in like a month. Alright,
And we're, of course, not in the same gulag.
we got list of the day coming up. Honestly, I probably do better in the gulags when I don't have callouts, which is the weirdest thing, but it seemed like my percentage of winning a gulag with callouts was so much lower than those without.
He's to your left, to your left. Which left? My left? Your left? Yeah. I game with a guy who's notorious for being like, yeah, he's on the left. Like, which left? Oh, my left. Oh, dude, which one's your left? Where are you? Oh,
Oh, he beat me.
well, there you are. You are dead.
Nice win.
That's the one thing I'm okay at in this game is the gulag. As
I
long
think-
as it's not a sniper rifle.
I think you're better than you give yourself credit for.
No.
And that's what I'm going to do is gas you up and then have you get me back because that's what I appreciate. Gaming Morning Show 7:23 West Coast time, 10:23 on the East. We're playing with Look It's Myco from Twitch, and we got our list of the day coming up next. We're going to take a look at the top Android apps, and it might be a month list, it might be a year list. top apps of 2020. We also might look at the best apps of all time for Android, because right now our topic of the day is Disney Plus has been picked by Google Play users, as the best app of 2020. And we had Vad in here earlier in the show talking about how Disney Plus isn't that great, and it's not the commentary. Oh, shh, Mike's getting shot. If we be quiet, they won't find him.
If we're very quiet.
Nice work.
Well, not a team win.
He's not alone.
Run away!
The call is coming from inside the house. Oh, found him.
Ooh.
Oh, he's behind you. No. There's so many people. Probably the tower.
Oh, I forgot this is a really big gun. Takes
That's
a while to
You can
reload.
take all the time that you need.
Are you guys still over there? Oh, yep, you are.
Yeah, I think he's definitely
Okay. Toodles.
there. Peace. You do have enough. I don't remember
Yep.
how to mark spots.
I just gotta find another money.
No, there's this one. Nice spin out.
Oh, and I even got you a Loto drop.
Nice work. I'm so proud of you. I don't care what they say. You're a good guy.
Don't say that too much though. I have a rep.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna go straight to that loadout, but there's that guy right on that tower. This is gonna be very unfortunate. I'm sure he's not there anymore.
I'm stuck on some boxes. What the heck? There we go. Oh, I was stuck on a forklift.
All right.
I'm a coming, Ryan.
Are you still in the
They're
car?
gonna revoke my license. Jeez, oh Pete. Is the guy up in the tower?
No, I don't think he is there anymore. Yeah, you can get your loadout. I'll cover you.
Yeah, he is.
He's still up there?
Yep.
Yeah, I can't wallbang him.
Ah! Stop it. That's not nice.
I can't. I tried to throw a grenade. That was fruitless.
This will be fun.
Oh, above me. Ah, he's up on the roof.
Oh, of course, they're on the roof.
This is like a war zone.
Ah, okay.
The ball game. That's how that happens.
Well,
All right, 727. You're back. Welcome back to the war zone. You thought you left. Just when you thought it quit you, or when you quit it quit you. That's the rule of Warzone. Look, it's Maiko joining us. Gaming Morning Show, 7:27 West Coast time and 10:27 on the East. You can find him. Also, check out the podcast Monsters and Friends, MNF podcast, which I have to admit, when I first saw that, I was like, this is brilliant. MNF always makes me think of Monday Night Football, so it makes me think of that you're doing a Monday Night Football podcast too. SEO, man.
people constantly search for that, so I've had a few folks who are like, I was looking for a football podcast and I found yours.
That's how I might have stumbled across it if I didn't know you. Yeah, we've known each other probably about 10 years or so. Now he's out in the Midwest, which is good because so far the show has been nothing but dudes from the Pacific Northwest. So having somebody who's lived out here but also now lives somewhere else is a good start to having hosts from different perspectives. And we still have a lot of room to grow in that respect, and we've been continuing to work on bringing more voices to the channel, which we are excited to do in the near future. Let's do this right now. It is time for our list of the day, and in honor of Disney Plus, which, by the way, are you a Disney Plus user?
Yeah, absolutely.
All of it?
I've got a lot of kids.
It's a good app. Do you know how much you pay for Disney Plus?
$12.99.
Okay. I don't, because it's just on my TV. I don't know how it got there. Wink.
Huh.
It's so weird that it's
Probably
just on my
elves.
TV. It's crazy how that happens. All right, these are the top 15 Android apps available right now. Joe Hindi wrote this for AndroidAuthority.com. AndroidAuthority.com. I'm going to just read them off because this is our first time working together, and if I was really good at this, I would have sent you a link, but I'm not, so you're just going to have to listen and react.
I like listening.
One Weather. One Weather is arguably the best weather app out there. Features a simple design that allows you to check the current weather forecast up to 12 weeks. What more do you want from a weather app? It's available. $1.99.
12 weeks?
Yeah.
Wow.
You want to know what the weather's going to be like for the next three months? Just open that bad
3
boy up.
months. I wonder if I can get that on the Apple there somehow, because I would love to know what the weather's going to be like in February.
I still think this was always the weird part of journalism school was I was the sports guy, and the sports guy on the TV local newscast gets roughly 2 to 3 minutes. The weather guy gets like 9.
And he's always wrong.
Yeah, why does the guy who's never right get all the airtime? But everyone
Baseball
loves the
and weather are like the perfect things. It's the only thing you can be right 30% of the time and be considered successful.
Google Drive is on this list. Everyone who likely has an Android uses Google Drive. Same with Google Maps and Waze. But this is a fun debate. Are you a Google Maps user or are you a Waze user?
I think I'm a Maps guy. I've never really enjoyed Waze. Waze is a little too like your aunt's sitting next to you, like yelling at you, like "There's a cop! There's a cop!" So like, yeah, I like the Maps just because it's like normal, you know.
Waze does give a little bit too much information. I do remember the very first time I used Waze, I was in a new town, but it was very much a town. Like we're talking, between 20 and 40,000 people as opposed to, 6 digits, right? And I'm driving a new spot, and it tells me to go this direction, and I turn, and before I know it, I get down the road and run into a fence. Like, I didn't run into the fence, but that was the dead end. And it's like,
Yeah.
I think this needs to be built out a little bit more. But that was 10 years ago. I think it was even before it was bought by Google. Now Waze is my jam. I use Waze to leave my house and go to the store I've been at 50 times. Because I just want to make sure I don't hit any stupid traffic that I didn't expect, and Waze is really,
fair.
really good at that. So,
Yeah, Maps is a little behind on that. They kind of tell you a little bit late. You're like sitting in traffic, and then it turns like red. You're like, cool, that would have been great to know 10 minutes ago.
the Hofbrew in the chat says Maps user still, and that makes sense because I tried to turn Hofbrew onto Waze, and he wasn't having much of that.
I'll have to give it a try though, see if it works.
What the hell is this list? This is from Android Authority. Google Assistant is on. Like, give us an app that, like, it's not Google. Is that the only thing that works on an Android phone is Google stuff? Come on. I want something
Pretty
better.
much.
Let's see. I'm going to skip down. LastPass Password Manager. That's boring. Microsoft Swift Key. What? So on an Android mic, apparently you have to switch your keyboard to a third-party keyboard to have it be really awesome. And Microsoft Swift Key is that one. It hit the market several years ago with a predictive engine unlike anything any other keyboard had. And the app has grown a lot over the years.
That's lame. You can't have fun with it, you know? I mean, I guess you probably could when it starts doing the predictive thing where, you're writing a letter to your mom and suddenly it drops the F-bomb in there and you're like, oh gosh, what did I do?
Back it up, no.
How do I unsend?
Nova Launcher? What is Nova Launcher?
Nova Launcher?
Yeah, it looks like...
Is that like a weapon?
So from your phone, you can launch missiles.
You can launch this... Nova Launcher?
Podcast Addict. Okay, come on.
That's of all the podcast apps, that's the one that's on there.
You know, probably Podcast Addict is the one that's gonna like drive 1,000 times the traffic to your to your podcast, and we just didn't know about it. And here it is, like the sleeping giant.
I've been spending all this time on Apple Podcast and Spotify, and Podcast Addict is the one I need to be gearing towards.
Power Amp music player. Here's a question. You and I are of a similar age, I imagine. Do you remember Winamp?
Yeah, that stuff was the bomb.
So Winamp was this MP3 player that was available Windows. I don't know. Was it Windows 98? What was after that? Windows. Was probably like the early part of the
XP,
Windows.
I think.
Yeah,
Windows
thank you.
2000 and then XP.
Yeah, so Windows XP era, and you'd fire this thing up, and there was a voice liner that was already in the playlist, and it would have this big dramatic like, whoosh, Winamp. It really whips the llama's ass. That was the way it opened up, and I loved that line for some reason. So
Yeah, I have no recollection of that line. So,
oh, Siri, Google Winamp. It really kicks the llama's ass. You're gonna love this. I hope. Oh, it really whips the llama's ass. Big key essential difference. All right, here we go. Oh, our systems detect what? Come on, play the line. Winamp, llama.
hey, we trust Winamp.
All right, here we go.
Winamp. It really whips the llama's ass.
And it played that every time that you open it up.
No recollection of that. That's crazy.
Yeah. What can I say? But you're welcome. Pulse SMS or Android messages, which again seems really super boring. Solid Explorer, which is a file browsing app, that seems super boring. Tasker and If This Then That sounds super boring. And then, of course, the moment we've been waiting for, an app on here that's not a productivity app. According to Android Authority, Tick is one of the best apps. Not TikTok, but Tick.
Tick.
TICK. It's actually a to-do list app.
How many people are looking for TikTok and they find Tick and they're like, it must just be a spelling error.
It's probably your demographic that's able to find Tick instead of TikTok. That's why you got sent to the dad zone.
dancing?
Listen, if I had TikTok, I imagine I would get lost in the dog feed, because that's where I spend most of my Explore tab time, and Instagram is just nothing but Huskies and German Shepherds. Like,
Yeah,
for
I mean, there's a
hours.
lot in there that's like really dumb, and it's awesome because it just kills time. The only problem is it kills a lot of time. Like 4 hours later, you're like, oh my gosh, it's 3 a.m. What am I doing with my life?
What did I do? It happened again.
I did do some research because I'm a research aficionado, and I looked up Nova Launcher. It is not to launch nuclear weapons. It is instead everyone's favorite launcher, and it's the highly customizable launcher for modern Android, not classic, modern. And you basically can like customize your home screen. So you can have a custom grid, an infinite scroll, you can have gestures. So basically all the stuff you get with an iPhone like already there. If you want to make your Android an iPhone, you can get Nova Launcher, not just get an iPhone.
Hofbrew is going to jump through the screen and start punching him in the face because he is
I love you, Hofbrew.
he's an Android stan and going to say that's not true. Zedge, oh, by the way, though, I do appreciate your commitment to Gaming Morning Show accuracy by doing the research. So, the last on this list from Android Authority, top 15 Android apps available right now, Zedge, which is probably the best name on this list. Zedge is a wallpapers, ringtones, notification tones, and alarm tones app that gives you an unbelievable number of options to customize the most basic parts of your device. And I will admit that I wish it was super easy to get ringtones and stuff on your iPhone. But then again, I remember that I also never answer phone calls, so why would I have my ringtones on?
It's always on silent.
That is from Joe Hindi, 15 best Android apps available right now, and I will throw that into the chat for your viewing enjoyment if you want to try to find Nova Launcher.
Joe, I'm very disappointed though, because you should at least have found some like fun ones. not just productivity apps through the wazoo.
Well, again, maybe iPhone is all the fun, and Android is just all the business. So, could be.
There you go.
Hofbrew. Yes.
Why do you? What about droids? Do you like over iPhones? What's your affinity for the Android over the iPhone?
I'm gonna be honest.
Is it
I think we have a character limit in the chat. It's gonna take Hofbrew way too many characters to give you all of the great things that he
Can
likes.
you
about
answer
his
in
Android.
just emojis? That's
Bonus
if you can
points.
answer in just emojis, I'd be grateful.
In case you missed it this morning, a couple of things that are happening. Lewis Hamilton will miss the next F1 race because of COVID-19. It'll be the first F1 race that the 7-time F1 champion will miss. And then
He's in a car.
What's that?
He's in a car. Like, he can't get... Just make him be in the car the whole time, and you can still drive, right?
Just have him show up in the car.
In the car, sorry. I interrupted. I apologize.
No, I think I think you are finding good solutions to complex problems, and that's all.
I'll
that
raise my
matters.
hand from now on.
No, please don't. I'll never
Okay.
call on you. And then December 2020 PlayStation Plus games are available. Now you're an Xbox defender, is that right?
I am a Xbox all the way. I had a PlayStation 2, and it was great. And then I got an Xbox 360, and I have not looked back since.
So we have another friend, Ben, who's been on the show before, and he also has an Xbox, but he seems to have Xbox remorse more than anything, but it stems from him wanting to play Major League Baseball the show. That's the only reason. He can't play MLB the show. So, tough times. You gotta mark it. It's up to you.
I mean, if you want to buy me a PlayStation 5, I'm not going to argue with you, but...
Well, Hofbrew did send us that life hack earlier. Where are we going?
Oh, I missed it.
Where are we going? Did you mark something? Am I? Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
up in the
Yep.
the blue one.
Yep, I see it now. Hofbrew sent us a Pete Holmes tweet where his suggestion was, if you really want to say that you have a PlayStation 5, just go get a pet, name the pet PlayStation 5, and then you can tell all of your friends that you have a PlayStation 5.
I have a lot of pets, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that one.
What do you got?
How much time we got? So we have 3 dogs. We have one dog that we got a long time ago. He's a hound mix. There's a couple of guys going to the firehouse.
Oh, we're gonna have
Actually,
a
they
battle
might be.
then.
Joe, they're going high. They might be going to that blue mark. I'm gonna go to the end of the cul-de-sac. So we have the 70-pound hound, and then during COVID, like everyone else, we wanted to be cool, and we got COVID puppies. So we got 2 wiener dog beagle mixes. They're two little girls. Are insane, and if anyone wants them, feel free. And then my wife is a biology teacher, so she had a whole lot of pets in her classroom. But thanks to our good friend COVID, they asked them to bring them home in case, we couldn't go back to school or whatever. They didn't want them dying. So we have 2 snakes. We have a ball python, a reticulated python. We also have 2 leopard geckos, a scorpion, and a tree frog.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
And 5 kids.
And 5 kids.
The oldest of which is back from college right now. So, yeah.
So, have you ever been worried that the snake was going to kind of escape for a second?
No, the snakes are like the ball python is old and lazy because it's a snake. I mean, what's a snake gonna do? She's older, so even if she like wrapped around your neck, she'd be like trying really hard, and it wouldn't do anything. Sometimes I let her wrap around my arm, and I'm like, "Oh no, Betty, you're so strong! Ow! Oh, I found a person. Oh, this is really busy talking about my snake." But yeah, you should run them over. But yeah, I try to build her up, so she feels better about herself. But it doesn't
Where is he?
really work.
I just
He might have went back in the.
No,
well,
he was
okay. There he is.
So imagine 360 degrees of me looking around, right? I looked in 290 degrees before I found actually where the person was. I just ran right by him. You're right. I should have stayed in the truck because I didn't realize you were outside. I thought you were inside, so I got out to go inside, and I was wrong. Team
that guy
cohesion
said-
is at an all-time low.
I'm coming back, and the guy who I killed in the gulag said really mean things to me.
Hey, be kind.
Yeah, seriously. I always try to tell people how good they are when they kill me. Like, oh, that was good. They probably think I'm being like sarcastic.
Probably. There's not enough of that in the video game world.
Yeah.
Yeah, my typical line is, "Oh, they were better than me," which is a lot of people.
Oh.
The December games for PlayStation Plus, for what it's worth, Worms Rumble is available PS5, and then the other two that are available, Just Cause 4 and Rocket Arena. Those can be both played on PS5 and PS4. And those are out now.
Rocket
because it's
Arena.
December.
Oh, jeez, there's people there. Is that like Rocket League? Oh, Rocket League Arena. Yeah. Have you played Rocket League?
No, I downloaded it, and our friend Nintendo Nerds, who's typically here in the 8 o'clock hour, is going to play that game with me at some point, because that is kind of Nintendo's jam, but I have not yet played it. So
I got it on the Game Pass like 6 months ago, and I have not yet opened it.
it definitely seems like something I'd enjoy, because it's basically, chaos, constant chaos from the start to the finish, because it's just cars running around and, knocking soccer balls in, but I haven't played it yet. I will. What about Godfall? Have you ever heard of Godfall?
I have not.
Okay, so we talked about this. Sean, who is our hashtag video game expert, hasn't really gotten to Godfall either, but this review came in from thegamefanatics.com. Trevor Paul had it, and it's a looter slasher, and according to Trevor, kind of first of its kind, an incredibly beautiful game. If you've never been to thegamefanatics.com, it's a super fun website. They do a lot of reviews. They have 2 really fun podcasts, including Final Checkpoint and Full Circle. But you go around, you loot, combat are the main draws, no doubt, well defined. But overall, the experience falls a bit short in some respects, while hitting some super good highs. The opening of the story feels very generic and by the numbers, doesn't really build in anything interesting, but according to Trevor, understands that the story isn't the main draw. It's more about the combat, moment-to-moment gameplay, and of course, the loot. So definitely check it out on thegamefanatics.com. And that's the one thing that's been fun about this show is how many games do you play, Mike, that take like a while to play? Not battle royales, not even maybe like Call of Duty campaigns, but platformers and such. Like, do you
Like
do a
Red
lot
Dead
of those?
Redemption?
Yeah.
Or Skyrim?
Open world stuff. Do you do any of those?
Oh yeah, I love Red Dead 2. That's one of my favorites. Probably actually it's my favorite of the year. At the very least, it was I think it came out this year. This year has been so long, I don't know what's happening. But yeah, Red Dead 2 was amazing. I've played Skyrim forever. I've probably wasted like 800 hours on that game.
Wow.
So, it's a good game. But yeah, open world stuff is a lot of fun. I wish that there was more open world games. Because like one of my biggest downfalls to Cold War is the fact that when you are in it, like it doesn't seem immersive. Like it has those lanes, like you can't climb on a table. And I'm very random when it comes to games. I like to be able to climb stuff and kind of explore everything. And they don't have that.
This is like the worst area apparently for any sort of income. Holy cow. Like you can't find any cash anywhere. It looks like it's already been looted. That makes sense at least.
I'll have to go kill people. I can't even find people. There's a train.
Just start yelling. That'll bring him.
come shoot me. Goodness. Well, we can always do the old find the car thing and try to drum up some. There's not even a car around here.
This is the deadest part of the map.
Ooh, a
Oh.
box.
They forgot about this one. Suckers.
Ugh, a revolution.
We're going to have sports coming up after this, and we'll tell you coming up Sky Atlantic's reaction to some of the HBO series. It's the United Kingdom's pay TV operation, and you might be kind of surprised by which HBO series, think Game of Thrones, right, that they actually liked over Game of Thrones. Like, that seems to be more popular, and so we'll tell you about that coming up in the next hour as well. In case you missed any of our This Day in Gaming history, this day in 1988, Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link came out. Did you have an NES?
I did have an NES, but I have a confession. I never played Zelda.
I've never played Zelda either.
I was a Mario guy.
Nope.
Where'd you go?
Oh, right there in front of you. How did he not see you? Stealthy.
His teammates right over here too. Oh, the wrong one.
I'm happy we can be SKS brothers.
SKS is my jam.
I think you and I might be the only people to use the SKS in the game.
Ooh. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Ah!
Everything is fine.
He's flanking me. He's got the high ground. That's not good.
Ah, we tried. Nice try. Nice try. I don't think, we're doing too badly since I haven't played this game in maybe a month and a half. And it sounds like you just jumped back into it like yesterday. So, all things considered. One other thing, though, we commit to here on Gaming Morning Show is we definitely don't guarantee gameplay. That is not what the show is about. So, even if you were expecting something great, and Maiko is going to be our carry every time that he's on, right? Right? That was the agreement that we came up with.
I will gladly allow you to watch me die a lot.
He's Mike O. You can find him twitch.tv. Look, it's Mike O. Streaming in the evenings as often as possible. You can also find the Monsters and Friends podcast, MNF Pod, on Twitter. New season debuts January 2020. I am Ryan. You can find us on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. And it is time for sports at 7:51 West Coast time, 10:51 on the East. The Baltimore Ravens are still having trouble getting their coronavirus outbreak corralled, and so their game that was rescheduled for Tuesday night has now been moved back to Wednesday afternoon. It'll be a 3:40 Eastern kickoff on NBC. This game was supposed to be played on Thanksgiving night, and now it is going to be played possibly on Wednesday. The Steelers' home game in Week 13 against Washington has been moved from Sunday, December 7th at 5 p.m., or rather, moved from this Sunday to December 7th. The Ravens' home game against Dallas will be on Tuesday, December 8th. We are going to have possibly a lot of midweek football toward the end of this NFL campaign. I am sorry for what happened yesterday. Can you give us your Seahawks-Eagles recap?
I did not watch the game. I have not looked at the final score. I don't know what happened, and I'm sure it was terrible.
It actually wasn't that bad, though. The Seahawks opened up to a 14-0 lead, ended up being 23-17 at the end. You do get a ton of credit,
That's a
though.
lot better than I would have thought.
But you do get a ton of credit for that badass hat you're wearing. Kelly Green.
I feel like
Old
if
Eagle.
I don't watch it, they do better.
Sometimes that's the key to fandom, right? Is to make sure that you're not there so that they can succeed. It's very sacrificial.
I took one for the team.
San Francisco 49ers will play 2 home games in Arizona. New coronavirus regulations have moved them out of Northern California, so they're going to host the Bills next Monday night and Washington on December 13th at the home of the Arizona Cardinals. Houston Texans' Will Fuller has been suspended 6 games, violated the performance-enhancing drugs policy, and Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow expected to have surgery on his injured left knee this week, according to head coach Zach Taylor. Other news, Major League Baseball creating a minor league for top eligible prospects leading to the summer draft. The Woodbat MLB Draft League is launching with 5 teams, could add a 6th, Major League Baseball said Monday, according to the Associated Press. Teams will play a 68-game regular season that includes an all-star break, coinciding with the draft in early July. So you think this is part of the reason that they whittled down the minor league baseball system? Does this have anything to do with it?
Maybe. I mean, that's interesting. It's It's a 16 game season. I've been saying and it's going to sound really cheesy, but I've been saying for years that they need something. They need a stopgap between major minor league baseball and collegiate high school baseball, because I mean, how many players come out and how many players make it? And yeah, there's like 85 minor league teams per team, but I feel like not a lot of them get, the instruction and everything else that they need. They should really, they whittled it down, which is good, which is really good. It kind of adds a little bit more of an opportunity for these guys to get some spotlight and get some coaching, because, if the bus leagues don't really work very well.
They did announce that the Pioneer League, which is kind of sad for me because I grew up in Montana, and this was the league that Montana had with teams in, like, I think Colorado and Idaho. They've moved it from being a rookie league to an independent, quote-unquote, partner league. So that's kind of too bad. Major League Baseball pledged to provide initial funding for operating expenses and will install scouting technology at the stadiums. Last but not least, Minnesota, the Gophers announced Monday that it's called off this weekend's game against number 16 Northwestern, the second straight cancellation for the Gophers because, again, COVID-19. It is really tough to play football with COVID-19, and clearly all these reschedules and such have kind of proven that. So hopefully everyone stays as safe as possible, and you don't watch the Eagles, and maybe they continue to play better.
Yeah, better. We might make the playoffs going like 3-13.
Good old
3-12-1. I'm
3-12-1.
sorry. 3-13. We couldn't. We can't. Yeah.
Your first place New York Giants at 4-7. It's kind of nuts.
The NFC least.
Oh, hey, someone has to win it, and it might as well be you.
And I will say, on a minor league baseball note, real quick before I go, one of my favorite teams is right there in Oregon. They're the Eugene Emeralds. I don't know if you've ever heard of them before. Their logo is a Bigfoot.
Speaking of which, you can kind of see it, a glimpse over Mike's right shoulder. I don't think I have a full screen. I'll put you on full screen when you come back tomorrow. But yeah,
cool.
Monsters and Friends. It's a cool podcast, and him and his buddy right back there, Christmas out. I like it
Right there.
All right, we'll show him off more tomorrow. Yeah, the Sasquatch, the Eugene Emeralds, Alan Benavides and his crew does a nice job down there at PK Park, right? That's where they play? Yeah, PK Park.
Yep.
I miss Civic Stadium. It was sad. All right. Look, it's Mike O. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you again tomorrow, okay?
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
All right.
Enjoy your day.
Yeah, absolutely. First guest host, and I think it went pretty well. I had fun. We hadn't had a chance to really bring anyone else in. I got some adjustments to make on the video end of things, but it seemed like he could hear me and I could hear him, and we just got to work on getting some audio sync issues because he was a little bit behind on his audio, and maybe that's only something I noticed. So if you noticed, let me know. Let me know how it went on your end as well. All right, next hour is the GMS Gaming Hour. We're going to focus on a little bit more of the gameplay while still hanging out and having a good time with the fun. We'll have our Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews. We'll reiterate our name of the month for November that was selected earlier this morning by our hashtag video game expert, Sean. One more hour still to come, Gaming Morning Show on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. It is Tuesday, December 1st, 2020. Thanks for being with us.
Up in the dark so you would know that times like these are here to show. You can do things for me and more. I got your back, just take things slow. I wanna take my hand and get close. Understand I know how things flow. Please just take my word and think you know. We sail all night bright now. Till you wanna wait more time. I wish you could be all mine. But wait till sun If I could be a star, I would like to be a brighter. If I could be the trees, I would like to be the highest. And if I could be a hero, I would like to be Superman. And if I could be magic, I would like to be love. And if I could be the best one, I would like to be honest. And if I could be someone, I would like to be me. For you, for me, and for another. I wish to be someone another. For you, for me, and for another. Should I be someone another? If I could be a star, I would like to be a brighter. If I could be the trees, I would like to be the highest. And if I could be a hero, I would like to be Superman. And if I could be magic, I would like to be love. And if I could be the best one, I would like to be honest. And if I could be someone, I would like to be me. For you, for me, and for another. I wish to be someone another. For you, for me, and for another. Should I be someone another?
I'm just here to have the time of my life, the time of my life, and make it last. I'm just here to laugh, leave the sad.
Morning, gamer. It is Tuesday, December 1st, 2020. Thanks for being with us. Gaming Morning Show continues. I am Ryan. We're on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. Appreciate being with us. Big thanks. Look, it's Maiko for hanging out with us during the 7 o'clock West Coast hour. He'll be back sometime tomorrow. Sean, of course, with us every first hour of every day. But we miss him. We are excited, though, for our beer of the day, which comes from our beer advent calendar. Shout out Hofbrew and our friend Ron for showing up and bringing us a beer advent calendar from Corvallis Brewing, I want to say, in Corvallis, Oregon. And it's just like a cool mix of different beverages. And we're going to get to enjoy them, which I'm excited about. So today's Aloha Death, right? I think that's the one that's from Irish, the company that makes Irish Death. Iron Horse. So we're excited for that one. Yesterday's was one of the Fort George beers out of Northwest Oregon, Astoria, and that one was really good. I can't remember what it was called off the top of my head. And then Sandy Paws was our first beer that we tried, and I don't remember the brewer on that one. Oh, I took a picture of it because I want to try to remember these. Sandy Paws had one of the best aromas straight out the can. It's from Heater Allen Brewing. Don't know where Heater Allen's out of, though. But it was good. And it had a dog on the label. Can't go wrong with the dog. We got Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Re-News coming up this hour. We'll give you the headlines of the day. We'll recap some of our This Day in Gaming history. And if we got enough folks in the chat, we will likely play some of our community games, like a Google Feud or some trivia. Our topic of the day is Disney Plus was picked as the best app for Google for Android by Google Play users. So we're asking you, what is your favorite app of the year? Some other choices: Centr, CENTR, which I believe is a fitness app. ShareTheMeal and Zoom were picked by users and experts. This is according to Engadget's Chris Holt. It sounds like this is an annual thing that's done to survey kind of what's going on in the world. So that's our question of the day, topic of the day. The one thing I said, and look, it's my go throughout, TikTok, and that's fine. I actually consume more TikTok through the sharing in other apps. Just don't tend to do a whole bunch of it myself. Oh my gosh, we are so in trouble. Bummer. So many Pathfinders, and I don't have a Pathfinder on my team. Unfortunate. But yeah, I don't have too many TikToks that I'm watching on my own. I'm watching them more through other platforms. And that's one thing that people have attributed to TikTok's success, is the fact that it is super easy to share stuff through other platforms. And so I've kind of seen that firsthand with how things have gone. I was like, what's this person doing? How things have gone through like Instagram and such, because that's primarily where I find the TikToks that I watch. So, oh, so sad. Uh-oh. I'm a little worried. There's a lot of healing going on in that room. You got this. I believe in you. Even more reviving and stuff. We tried. Oh no. I didn't have the best audio cues, I don't think, on that one. 8:07 West Coast time. I am Ryan. Thanks for being with us on Gaming Morning Show. Yeah, this one we're from Chris Holt from Engadget. Announce winners of the year-end awards. And the way that they do this is Google Play also gets data from users and editors for the best apps, movies, TV shows, and books. So the picks from users put Disney Plus at the top for best app. Editors for the US version of Google Play said that they liked Luna, a bedtime relaxation app. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild inspired Genshin Impact is the Play Store's finest game of the year. Disney Plus emerged as a top app for users in the US. SpongeBob Krusty Cook-Off took the best gaming spot. Favorite movie from users, Bad Boys for Life, and Users' Choice Award for Book of the Year went to If It Bleeds by Stephen King. So there were a lot of choices there, a pretty wide range, honestly. But yeah, I haven't really downloaded any apps this year. The app I'm probably using more than I ever have before is Discord. But that stems more from doing this show than it does anywhere else. But I've used Discord quite a bit since going remote for primary work and also for the show. I've jumped in a lot of other streamers' Discords and tried to hang out there. So yeah, I think that's probably been an area where I've enjoyed things the most. But that said, I don't really have a new app because the Discord app is certainly there and I use it, but it's not so much the app itself. It's so much more so the system. Like Discord is an ecosystem beyond just the app. The app is just an element of it. So anyway, long-winded way to say that I don't really have any new apps this year that I've absolutely loved. Like I've even, before the show started, I even put my phone on its home screen and looked around and I'm like, is there something that I've been using a ton this year? And there really isn't. I mean, I've used the F1 app quite a bit, but that kind of has the same premise as Discord, right? You know, using it primarily because there's a reason to from somewhere else. So I don't understand why we keep wanting to land here. Good news, I think we might be fairly alone now. So I had someone tell me that this year, this season's L-Star is significantly better than past seasons. And I wonder if that's a reflection of it just doesn't take much, or what? Nope, I don't want to change either of those. Oh, I take that though. Okay, I'm getting over to my teammates. I lied. I'm going to do a Loba stick. Why can't you hop through there? Silly.
Open up shop and shut 'em down.
Uh-oh. I gotta take what I have. Let's see a Volt. I do see a Carbine.
Nice choice. You got good taste. Let's see what we have over here.
They've already kind of done that part.
Extended energy mag here. Level 3.
Let's explore this. Never mind.
That's fine. We can explore that way.
Extended sniper mag here. Level 3.
Worried about my friend.
Shotgun bolt here. Level 1.
But I think apps are still definitely like one of the biggest, revolutions to the way that we use technology, right? When the App Store first kind of debuted,
Massive shotgun here.
I don't think people knew kind of exactly what they were in for, and ended up being a big deal.
Home with me tonight.
I mean, just super revolutionized the way things go. Kind of want that extended mag. I might go with the... Oh, they already got it.
Remember who hooked you up? I've got your back.
Oh, you got bad people.
Let's go here.
Firing. And over here.
Recharging my shield.
Ah! Didn't think they were behind me.
Here.
Oh, that should have made sense. That's where the thing was.
package, shall we?
Took out an enemy.
Shop's open for business. Don't mind if I do.
Elstar wasn't bad. I want that. And I want that. And that.
Taking him out with a decoy.
Okay, now we just need to figure out where we're going. Let's go replicate. Oh no.
Got a bad guy. Opening fire. Shot at. It's tubes across. Reloading. Oh, that must have been the last one.
Is that the whole team?
Revenging or whatever. We're down to 50%.
Pretty sure it was, because we had already gotten the other two.
Keep eyes on the new kill leader. Grappling.
So going back there. Guess I could see what's in the box. What's in the box? What's in the box? I can totally use that. I need a bigger backpack. Can I buy a bigger backpack?
Target spotted.
Oh.
Yes.
Bam to the woozle. Sending out a decoy. Let's check out this area. Who's ready to fly on a zip line? I am.
Trying to think, are they upstairs?
Let's do some shopping. Don't mind if I do.
Man. Like, not even a better... Oh, wait, is there a better site in there? Maybe there is. Nope. Nothing. Wow. Oh, this is at least a zoom.
Bamboozles for the fools. That was better in my mind. Here I go.
We got Lewis Hamilton news from the Formula One world. Oh yeah, and I still got to tell you about HBO shows that are more popular than Game of Thrones in the UK.
Check out that replicator coming in.
You sure? See you. I don't see what you're seeing.
Anyone up for some shopping?
Man.
You are coming home with me tonight.
At least do a battery.
Grappling.
I wonder if there's a backpack in here. Oh, there is. Okay, that's good to know.
Fire. Making contact with enemy.
Tossing thermite.
I think this place needs a little more. Yeah. Target spotted. Zip line here.
traverse these. Nope. Have to go around back. I'm worried. I think they ran away.
We have a new kill lead. Don't drive out.
Yeah, I think this place needs a little more.
Oh my gosh, what a waste.
Don't worry, I'll defend over here. Shots fired, and they're hitting me. Got
That's
one
too
spot.
bad. I think I should be over here somewhere.
Hold on, need to heal.
Taking damage, friends. Reloading. Check it out. Care package coming in. I am down. Contact with target. Tracking here. Contact with enemy. Using the decoy escape.
Thermite out.
Contact. Enemy killed. Give him my shield to recharge.
Shop's open. For VIPs only.
Kill this one. We're the best in that man.
Mama's got you now. Target here.
Frag out. Shots fired, and they're hitting me. Get Van Brooklyn.
That's too bad.
Tango here. Here I come. Back from the sky. Get everything under control. I am taking fire, friends. Down.
Recharging shield. We took out the horse. Come on. I still need you.
Man, that was a fight.
I looted our teammate's banner.
There we go. There's some stuff.
Opening shop. Come see the merchandise. Let's go.
Why can't I put it down? Why can't I put this thing down? Is it bugged?
Deploying a respawn beacon.
I just gotta pass myself up. Hang on.
We're already inside the next ring. There'd better be some good loot around here. Care package on the way. I like the sound of that.
Get out there and bamboo.
Don't drive safe.
Gotta check out that area.
Okay, need more throwables.
I have come to save the day, baby.
Oh, that was stupid. was exhausting, man. I really tried real hard to help us get that game. It is 8:25 on Gaming Morning Show. It's the GMS Gaming Hour. A little more focus on the gameplay, but certainly hanging out with you on this Tuesday, December 1st, 2020. You've made it to December. We are here together on this wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks for being here. I am Ryan. I mentioned Godfall review on Game Fanatics, thegamefanatics.com. Trevor Paul put a review together for that. December PlayStation Plus games are still available if you're interested. Rocket Arena and Just Cause 4, plus Worms Rumble for PS5. Also, Lewis Hamilton will not race in this weekend's Grand Prix because of a COVID-19 test. So that is what's some of the news that we've already shared with you. The one thing that I wanted to share that I hadn't yet is The Undoing has made a bigger debut than Game of Thrones for Sky Atlantic. And this is the UK pay TV operation that gets, I assume, the license for these HBO shows. So HBO series The Undoing, that's Nicole Kidman and Hugh Grant, which I didn't know about, but I saw was trending this weekend. I think Nicole Kidman was the one trending, and I don't know why. I don't remember reading about it except seeing that it had to do with The Undoing. The first 3 episodes, according to Naman Ramachandran of Variety, I have to check that one. I'm going to have Siri help me with that one. It says The Undoing is on track to become the biggest U.S. series to ever launch on Sky Atlantic, overtaking Watchmen, True Detective, and Big Little Lies. That's some pretty big company for sure. Let me get a name help from Siri here, because I don't want to screw that up. I already did, but everyone wants the name mispronunciation calculator. All right, here. Help me out, Siri. Ramachandran. Oops, sorry. That's my microphone. My gosh. There is one thing that peeves me less than when my iPhone moves around, and so I'm almost moving faster than my phone. Ramachandran. All right. So that's the writer from Variety of that particular piece. So if you want to check it out, you can on Variety. But The Undoing is the one. It's written and produced by David E. Kelly and directed by Suzanne Bier. A woman, as she is forced to question her entire life in the aftermath of a violent death, a missing husband, and an affair. Donald Sutherland's in it, Edgar Ramirez, and Lily Robbie as well. I have not seen it, but if you've seen it and you think it's good, let me know in the chat. The Undoing, likely the most popular HBO debut, or sorry, popular U.S. series debut in the UK on Sky Atlantic. I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around.
Come on, loot as you go. Crossing jump drive. Backpack here. Level 1.
We're upstairs.
Evo
They don't
shield
need
here.
that.
Level 1. Ready to do some damage?
Please be friendly. Please be friendly.
Setting up shop. Mama's got a brand new bag.
Yeah, if you haven't been here before, this is the GMS Gaming Hour. It's slightly different than the normal pace of our show. We focus on more
Lovely
the
idea.
topics of the day as opposed to the gameplay.
Tossing an arc star.
Yeah, I don't see anybody. That's a teammate. I don't see these people you might have been seeing, so I'm gonna assume that was a.
Let's do some shopping. 1 minute until the ring closes.
And come on, Carbine.
Coming home with me tonight.
Far ring, 45 seconds.
I love this new
I need a shotgun bolt.
alternator. Ugh, it's so good. I don't remember where I got it. Don't remember how old it actually is compared to, like, you know, everything else, but still, I love it. Running up, looking for stuff. Ooh, and Nintendo Nerds is going to have a stream tonight. So if you haven't followed Nintendo Nerds on Twitch, be sure to do that. They stream
Extended supply bin here.
every
Time's up and we're not in the ring. Move
Tuesday
now.
at around 8 Pacific.
Open supply bin here.
And Sundays around 2 Pacific.
Shotgun bolt here. Level 3.
I hear somebody.
Open up shop and shut him down.
Oh, that could have been that balloon or something.
Gas trap deployed. Trap set.
Anything worth taking? Just Carbine. There we go. Now we're talking.
I need a hop up. Double tap trigger.
Yeah, I need that too.
Thank you. Participants have reduced by 50%.
Wow, already down to 10.
Just another insect if you ask.
Knocked out. Sniper stock here. Level 2.
See, I really don't like being down here in this pit. Oof. Nope, I'm good on grenades compared to my heals.
Extended energy mag here.
You know, this is one
Level
thing
2.
that's been frustrating so far about the games this morning is I have not found a big backpack. It's kind of one thing that I bank on. I can never remember the sound of the drones versus like Crypto's drone, but I'm pretty sure
Over there.
that's just a drone.
I'll go with you.
Yeah, and I may be doing work late tonight too, so I'm planning to watch Nintendo. Ooh, bears.
Lovely idea.
Your package over here.
Supply bin there.
Don't shield out. Medkit here.
Shop's open for business.
Come on, purple shield.
Mama
that's
got
better
a
on different
brand new
weapons.
bag.
Make sure I have enough ammo. Okay.
I'm going over there.
We got second place in our last game.
I'll join you.
So maybe we can finish off with the first here. Like, I have A backpack. Yes.
Aren't you sweet? Thank you.
No problem, brother. I got you. I suspect we will find something here.
Yes.
Oh, we're doing the balloon. Yep. This is happening.
Target spotted. There. There's a replicator coming in.
I figured that.
Taking fire.
Yeah, I think that might have been a
Trap behind.
rough push.
I've added a variable. Firing on subjects.
He's firing downward.
Dark Star delivered. Reloading.
People in the building. Yeah. I don't understand why that caustic went. I also forgot that I was playing with that guy who had invited me. I probably should have hung with him a little bit better. Yeah, I should have thought about who I was actually playing with still. My bad. And now it's all up to the Cossack. Gaming Morning Show continues. Thanks for being with us. 8:38 on Tuesday, December 1st, 2020. Thanks for being here. Our Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming Renews, is coming up here in just a little bit. We'll give you the recap of the day's news. Thanks for being here. There's an Xbox update. Our name of the morning, we'll have that for you. This day in gaming history, we mentioned Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, came out this day in 1998. And both Look It's Mike O, who joined us last hour as kind of a guest co-host, and me have never really played Zelda. Never played a ton of Zelda. Did play Dr. Mario, and that came out this date in 1990 for the Game Boy. So if you've played Dr. Mario in the past, I remember that being primarily an NES game, right? Or I shouldn't say primarily, but it was definitely ported over to either Super Nintendo or the Nintendo. I think it was the latter there. Prince of Persia, The Two Thrones, out this date in 2005. And then we mentioned Aragon because that came out the same year as the movie in 2006. That was a Vivendi Universal Games release. I assume Universal Games having to do with the studio. I got penalized by leaving my party, and now I'm going to have to play as Bloodhound. So sad. So sad. Yeah, we're talking about Disney Plus being the game or the app of the year according to Google Play users. So that's there. Rewired the house with Sean's help yesterday. Got into Studio G and sat down to try to grab a piece of equipment. And I touched it, and it shocked me. And I was wondering what is going on. Like, I still feel like my fingers have, like they're still tense because of all the shockingness that was happening. So Sean came over with, like, one of those readers to figure out if there's a bad ground. And sure enough, we're pretty sure that most of Studio G was built on bad grounds. So we'll hopefully be fixing those soon. Kind of sucked, though. A couple of days of the day. National Day of Giving today. It's Giving Tuesday, technically. Bifocals at the Monitor Liberation Day. I'll actually tell you about what that means coming up after this game. And like I said, we have gaming news after this game as well. Well, he outplayed me, for sure. Yeah, he outplayed me for sure. I'm not very good with a scout, just to be straight up with you, so that was not a good matchup. I'll tell you about that now then. Day Without Art Day, National Eat a Red Apple Day, National Pie Day, Rosa Parks Day, and World Trick Shot Day. So here's the nationaldaycalendar.com explanation of bifocals at the Screen Liberation Day or whatever that was. It starts out this way. Freedom comes in the form of an eye exam. Getting your eyes checked is an essential routine for eye care. Whether or not you need bifocals, our vision changes over time. Regular eye care includes more than getting glasses. It's also part of taking care of your overall health. Deteriorating vision can also be an early indicator of other health issues. Another way to recognize the day is to step away from the computer and give your eyes a break. Oh, the Loba at least. Oh no, I was trying to help the Loba. Yeah, as I say, the Loba was actually trying to give me a chance to live. I wish we could mark other stations. So that's what that one has to do with. And then the apple pie thing, or the Red Apple Day specifically, is an apple is both delicious and nutritious. I don't know if all that's true, because I think aren't apples pretty sugary? But I don't really know. When it comes to the differences in health benefits between red and green apples, though, it's a close call. Both have their advantages. Green apples beat red apples slightly in fiber. They also have less sugar and carbohydrates. However, red apples tend to taste better eaten fresh. They're also already naturally sweet and don't require added sugar, but I also don't throw any sugar on my green apples. The Loba wants to live. Hey, Nintendo, I was just plugging your show tonight, 8 o'clock. And this one's for you. This is This Day in Gaming History. 1998, Nintendo released Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. And that is a game that I have never played, because I've never played a Zelda. Oh, good. Why does my colleague already have Half-Life?
Alternator here. Triple take here. Bless me with sight.
Okay, that's him. Yeah, and Maiko, who was our guest host in the 10 o'clock hour, or the 10 o'clock, his time, but 7 o'clock Pacific hour, has never played Zelda either. Ooh, Spitfire, I already have one. Man.
Scanning the area.
The one thing that stood out about the Zelda thing from capewholesome.com, which is where we get a lot of our This Day in Gaming histories, is it's apparently the first Zelda game, our first NES cartridge. I shouldn't say the first, but the game included a battery that allowed it to keep your save state. And I found that that suit was super cool. Oh, did I hit the lava? Oh yeah, no, but the thing is like Zelda seems to be, you know, you're talking like the difference between what used to be available versus what's available now, right? Like it used to be I'm gonna switch out. It used to be that, like, you know, if you had a video game system, you played, you had an NES, you definitely played Zelda. Like, that seemed to be more of, like, common knowledge. Whereas, like, I don't think necessarily if you had a PlayStation that you definitely played Crash Bandicoot. Now, I could be completely wrong. But I know for one that I had one of the early PlayStations, and I never played Crash.
Anyone up for some shots?
sure. Now we put the thing out. Oh, hey, but the reminder here of our topic of the day brings up a good point. Have you played, or do you have a new app for this year? I don't even know if you're an Android or what, but I'm curious. Like, I realized kind of sitting here doing the show today that I don't really have like an app of the year that I absolutely am in love with. Yeah, so I want this instead. Oh no, I have a Phoenix. Like, I didn't find a new app this year that I was like, wow, this is my favorite app of all time. Or even like, this is the best app of the year. Like, I wasn't using or discovering new apps really at all this year. So when this topic came up that Disney Plus was picked by Google users as the best app of the year, like, that's cool. Yeah, see, I think Twisted Metal 2, I really like that game. I think I have it downloaded somewhere. Yeah, Twisted Metal is definitely a good call. Well, and that's the funny thing, too, because the joke of the morning for me has been, well, I don't know how much I pay for Disney Plus, because it just showed up on my TV, wink, which means that, you know, clearly I'm not paying for it. But because of that, because they have the device limitation, I don't have it. I don't have the app on my phone. So I don't even know how good the user experience is for the app because I don't have the app on my phone. I think they can make a really amazing remake of Twisted Metal. But, and maybe they already have for all I know, but like that game on the PlayStation engine versus like going into a next gen, I mean, it could look amazing on next gen. That's not what I meant to do. This is definitely not what I meant to do. That's highly unfortunate. I have 75, I have 20. I haven't had that happen yet because I use weird buttons for my ultimate. We're going through the. Oh, there's an. Yeah. I use L1 and the right button, and that time I just happened to try to scan while accidentally sliding down and hitting my right button. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Nintendo. I'd like to see a Twisted Metal made on today's systems. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Reload. Nice work. I got a heal. What? Where's my... How did I drop my shield batteries? What am I doing? I dropped my mag? What is going on? I am super confused what just happened. That might help. I'm in trouble. Yeah, I just got out of cover. Third-party legends, which is absolutely fine. I actually don't hate that part about this game. It's just I know that that's one of the biggest complaints about the game. All right, good tries, good tries. I don't really hate caustics. That was a good gas, to be honest. Yeah, it wasn't my best effort. I'm not great with Bloodhound, and we happened to get pinched, and I was on the low ground. A lot of things could have been better about that game. It is 8:54 West Coast time, 11:54 on the East. Thanks for being with us. Gaming Morning Show on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. Thanks to Thomas Hawk for liking us and following us, rather, on Facebook Gaming. Let's give you a recap of the Gaming Morning Show morning gaming news. Yesterday, COD Bakwa sent out a patch. It might have been this morning too, but Treyarch boosted weapon XP. Apparently, IGN's Jordan Oleman reporting that basically you get later in the stages of trying to level up your guns, and it just took forever. And so they made it a little bit easier to do that with the latest patch. Xbox OS update brings preloading to the Game Pass. That's Owen S. Good of Polygon with that information, and that's kind of neat because then, much like you can with new releases, you're able to preload your Xbox Game Pass games and then have them available to play when they're eligible to be played. So that's kind of a smart idea. I don't know why anyone wouldn't do that, to be quite honest. Yeah, I think Bloodhound, every team wants a Bloodhound, and I think every team wants a Lifeline, to be honest. Because then you have somebody who can look for people, and you have somebody who can heal you. So I'm not surprised to see that that's the case. I'm not great with Bloodhound because my biggest victory in this game has been the combination of getting the loot that I want and being able to escape. Him knowing where people are, for me, is not as helpful as being able to escape, because I have better luck when I can heal as opposed to find people, because, you know, finding people is helpful and it helps me get cover, but at the same time I just don't have the best aim, right? So if I know where people are, it's not as big of a win as if I can get away, heal, and then come back. That said, though, Bloodhound is definitely my second best character. I've tried Wraith, and I've tried Lifeline. I've tried Pathfinder. Pathfinders does me no good because just getting away but not being able to have the loot that I want is tough. The one thing that Bloodhound that I did, or what happened in that game, I don't know where I had no shield batteries. I had no, my mag went away. So I don't know if I hit a button and like dumped half my gear or what, but that was really strange. And then finally, PS2 backward compatibility is out. according to Luke Plunkett of Kotaku. It's just that it wouldn't be on the machine that you'd expect. It's actually the Xbox Series X can run PlayStation 2 games. So that's definitely worth a read from Kotaku. Yeah. See, Rampart I think would be super fun, especially if we set up in a way where we're kind of like setting up in a building, right? Playing more of like the ranked version where you're not running and challenging all the time, but you're kind of letting fights come to you. Rampart could be super fun. I think a Rampart with a Bloodhound could be super helpful next time that you and I play, because maybe not having the loot, but having someone be able to point out where people are and then set up the Sheila could be fun, Nintendo. So I like that idea. I'll be sure to check out Nintendo Nerds coming up tomorrow, or tonight rather, at 8 o'clock on Twitch. 8 o'clock Pacific. So our name of the morning was Empire Sun. It is available for all of the machines today. Lobo wouldn't be bad in the sense that if we're in a building, we could keep restocking with things for a little bit of time at least. Because you can drop the Loba stick and then switch out your shield and then dump your shield and get a new shield and just have them sitting around the stick. You could do that. Empire of Sin is out today for Xbox, PlayStation, PC, and Switch. And our name of the month, because it is, of course, the start of December, is What the Fork. Ignore the 12. That wasn't supposed to be there. What the Fork is a game that is on Steam, but is also out for Switch. And it's a forklift game. So we'll play that at some point in the near future on Gaming Morning Show's YouTube channel. I am Ryan. Thanks for being with us. It is 8:58 Pacific Time, 11:58 on the East, and we will be back tomorrow with more Gaming Morning Show on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. I don't think I have... Yeah, I don't have enough. I'm going to send us anywhere on Twitch. So I'm just going to wrap up the show. We'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, as it is December 1st. Welcome. Thanks for being here.